Right now, your dog might be hurting, and they are doing everything in their power to make sure you never find out. Dogs were built to hide pain. Thousands of years of survival instincts taught them that showing weakness is dangerous, so they stay quiet, they push through, and they keep wagging their tail even when their body is screaming. These are the 7 warning signs ranked from subtle to the one that changes everything. Number 7. Weird lick signs. You have probably seen your dog lick the same spot on their paw or leg over and over, and you figured it was allergies or a weird habit. Sometimes it is, but sometimes pain is the real answer. When a dog has discomfort in their spine or hips, the nerves can send confusing signals to a completely different part of the body. Your dog feels something strange in that spot, so they lick it because licking is the only tool they have. You might also notice your dog holding a deep stretch where their front legs are flat on the ground, and their back end stays up in the air. Vets call this the prayer position, and while it looks adorable, dogs often hold this pose to take pressure off their abdomen. Watch also for how your dog gets up. A comfortable dog pushes up evenly. A dog working around discomfort pulls themselves up with their front legs, while their back legs lag behind. You might notice them sitting with their back legs kicked out to the side, or suddenly choosing hard floors when they used to love their soft bed. Each of these shifts is your dog quietly adjusting around something that doesn't feel right. And if any of them become a pattern, they are worth mentioning to your vet. These are things you can spot if you know where to look, but the next sign requires you to pay attention to something far less obvious. Number 6. Constant discomfort. If your dog has started pacing at night, circling before lying down, switching spots over and over, or sleeping in places they have never chosen before, something is going on. That dog is searching for a position where something does not hurt. Think about the last time you had a bad back. You tossed and turned because no matter how you arranged yourself, the discomfort followed you. Your dog goes through the exact same thing, except they cannot tell you that lying down has become the hardest part of their day. On the flip side, some dogs in discomfort will sleep far more than usual because their body is trying to cope by shutting down. Most owners interpret nighttime restlessness as needing to go outside, and extra sleeping as laziness or aging, but both shifts can be a dog whose body is asking for relief. If your dog's sleep patterns have changed and you cannot figure out why, mention it to your vet, because sleep is one of the first things to shift when something physical is going on. And if how your dog rests can reveal clues, what their face does when they think you are not watching is even more telling. Number 5. Facial warnings. You know that feeling when you look at someone you love, and you can just tell something is wrong, even when they say they are fine. You can develop that same instinct with your dog once you know what their comfortable face looks like. A dog dealing with ongoing discomfort will often show a subtle tightening around the eyes, almost like a soft squint that was not there before. Their eyebrows might sit lower or look furrowed, even when nothing is happening around them. Some dogs show more of the whites of their eyes than usual, which vets call whale eye, and it usually means the dog is feeling uneasy. The mouth tells a story too. A happy dog has a loose, slightly open mouth. A dog managing discomfort holds their mouth tighter, and their lips might look pulled back just enough to notice. Every dog's face is built differently, so there is no single pain face for every breed. The real power is knowing your dog's relaxed baseline so you can recognize when it shifts. Now, before we get to the next sign, we want you to pause for a second. Look at your dog. Seriously, if your dog is nearby right now, look at it. Think about the last few weeks. Have you noticed any of these signs? Has your dog been a little slower? Take a mental snapshot of how your dog is acting right now, because the next 4 signs are even more subtle. And after you watch this, we want you to start paying closer attention to the dog you love. They deserve that from us. Number 4, fading passion. This might be the sneakiest sign on the entire list, because it never gives you a single alarming moment. Your dog used to chase the ball for 20 minutes, and now they stop after 5. They used to pull you on walks, and now they fall behind. They used to jump on the couch without thinking, and now they hesitate before making the leap. Each change feels so small that you barely register it. You just assume your dog is getting older, but veterinary pain specialists say this slow retreat from favorite activities is often the very first chapter of chronic discomfort. and it starts so quietly that owners cannot pinpoint when things changed. One vet shared a story about a dog whose family thought it was just aging. Once the dog received proper pain support, the owner cried because the dog suddenly acted like a puppy again. Record a short video of your dog getting up and walking first thing in the morning and do this once a month. When you compare those videos, you will catch things your eyes alone would miss. And if a dog can slowly give up what they love without you noticing, the next sign shows how pain can disguise itself as something else entirely. Number 3. Behavior problems. This sign gets dogs into the most trouble because it looks like bad behavior when it is actually their only way of saying something hurts. Imagine you have a pounding headache that will not go away and someone bumps into you or a loud noise goes off. You would snap, you would pull away. Your dog lives in that exact situation when dealing with undiagnosed discomfort, except they cannot explain what is wrong. All they can do is growl when another dog gets too close, flinch when you touch a certain spot, or become reactive in situations that never used to bother them. Veterinary behaviorists have found that a surprising number of dogs referred for sudden aggression actually have a physical issue driving it. Some dogs who developed a terror of thunderstorms turned out to have joint problems because the pressure changes during a storm were making their joints ache, and the fear was actually pain. House training accidents follow the same pattern. If your trained dog starts having accidents indoors, please do not assume they are being stubborn. Dogs with hip or knee discomfort can find it painful to squat, so they hold everything until they physically cannot anymore. A vet conversation about these shifts can uncover things training alone will never fix. And if pain can pretend to be a behavior problem, the next sign shows how it pretends to be something even more heartbreaking. Number 2. Dementia's hidden pain. As dogs age, some of them start doing things that look a lot like mental decline. They wander aimlessly, they stare at the wall, they forget routines, or flip their sleep schedule upside down. Cognitive changes can happen in senior dogs, and that is a real condition. But what many people overlook is that chronic physical discomfort can create almost identical symptoms. A dog who paces at night may not be confused at all. They may simply be unable to find a position that does not hurt. A dog who stops engaging with the family may not be losing their sharpness. They may be avoiding activities that make their body feel worse. Many veterinary clinics now address potential physical discomfort first in senior dogs before assuming cognitive decline, because once the physical piece is managed, some of those behaviors improve dramatically. If your senior dog is showing these signs, ask your vet whether what you are seeing could have a physical component. Your dog deserves to have that explored. And now we come to the sign that matters most. Number 1. Withdrawing silently. This is the one that will stay with you because it happens right in front of you and still goes unnoticed. Your dog used to lean into your side on the couch, and now they settle slightly farther away. They used to flip onto their back for belly rubs, and now they tense up when your hand moves toward a certain area. They used to follow you from room to room, and now they stay behind. Most owners see this as their dog mellowing out, but veterinary specialists have found that these emotional withdrawals are often the earliest signals of physical discomfort, showing up months before any limping ever appears. The things your dog loves have started to come with a physical cost. Leaning into you puts pressure on a sore joint. Rolling over stretches something that aches. Following you upstairs hurts a little more each time. So your dog does what thousands of years of instinct have wired them to do. They adapt. They pull back. They quietly rearrange their life so the pain becomes manageable. And they do it so gradually that the dog you knew disappears and gets replaced by a quieter version you just accept. Untreated, the nervous system grows more sensitive, the discomfort spreads, and what started as one sore spot becomes a dog whose whole body feels wrong. The most powerful thing you can do is pay attention to the relationship itself. When the way your dog connects with you changes, even in small ways, that is your dog whispering something important. Trust what you see and bring it to your vet. If even one of these signs made you think of your dog, please bring it up at your next vet visit, because sometimes the smallest conversation leads to the biggest relief for them. What changes have you noticed in your dog that you were not sure about? Drop your thoughts in the comments because your experience might be exactly what another dog owner needs to hear right now.